the film look. That's what everyone wants, really. Everyone shoots in digital now, but it's harder to get your hands on film, and when you do want to make things look like film, you can make them look a little too fake. And so that's why I've been playing around with DEHANCER lately, which is an incredible tool to emulate film. So what you're going to see now are examples of this usage with footage that I've taken over the years, some from my short film that is coming up. What's interesting about the DEHANCER tool is that it lets you control almost every aspect of the film look that you're going for. Not only can you choose grain that would pertain to a certain kind of film stock, like 8mm, 16, 35, or 65, but also things like halation, bloom, and the damage of the look of the film. So if you'll see in these examples, what I really fell in love with is the look of the halation. Some of the highlights have this reddish glow around them that is very particular to older film styles, and this is more of a lens thing, but it gives you just more of that vintage look. What I love is the bloom effect. That's my favorite thing, that all the highlights have this certain softness to it, and it makes the image overall just much softer. So it tones down that digital look very much. I find it incredibly beautiful. What's also great about this is an overscan effect, so you can add what would be the gate shape of the actual film that would be used if you were shooting on film. And you can also show the perforation on it and give it that really like raw feel of a scanned piece of film. I personally just like showing the gate. I think it gives it a unique look. Some films have been using this recently. I think it's a style that doesn't call too much attention to itself, but it's pretty beautiful when used sparingly. The ability to use film damage is something really great. You can make the footage look like it was shot a long time ago and have been damaged while being stored or transferred over, and there's bits of hair, dust, and scratches that you can add. Personally, I don't like it. It makes it feel a little too fake, but it's a great thing to have. What I love are all the different film profiles that you can get. You can not only just have film stocks that are used common in photography, but also in film, and they just are so great to not have to do any crazy color grade. They're built into the software and you have a plethora of options to choose. You can have something that's very subtle, but also something that has very intense and experimental colors. I really like the black and white color profile that they had. It really crushes the shadows and it has incredible contrast. What's also great is that you don't have to make things look like film on this. You can get rid of the grain altogether, and you can make things look as sharp as they do digitally, but still have some of those colors and impressions of higher end color grading. And as a colorist myself, I'm really impressed by some of the options that you have here to make things look just a little bit maybe dirtier, like film would give you. Using that bloom effect with one of the color profiles just gives you a bit of a punch in some of the images. What's really impressive is how you can use the grain in some shots, especially at night, with the bloom effect to give it like a vintage film feel, like if you were shooting on a very high stock. Other things are that the software definitely allows you to have a bit more control over the image, as in contrast, exposure, color temp, tint, all those kind of things are available to you within the plugin. So if you're interested in using this tool, I highly recommend it. You can use my personal promo code, which will be in the description, along with the link for the software. Have fun.